Hope you guys are having an amazing day to talk about what's happening. Thanks for being the XRP community. No market cap XRP is at around $8.01. Guys, in the red, definitely today. Wow. As soon as XRP was going up, Bitcoin plummeted. But now, guys, before jumping to the next natural passenger value only. Truth comes to see out. Look at this. We just saw Brian Armstrong say case is swinging in favor of Ripple. Kind of weird, isn't it? In September, Coinbase accidentally relisted XRP trading pairs almost like they knew it was supposed to be over.
We just saw Uncle Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, come out and say, hey guys, it looks like this is swinging in the favor of Ripple, almost like there's no, at this point it looks like they're going to win the case. Now, it's kind of weird, isn't it? That all of a sudden, especially knowing something that I know went on this weekend, and now that this comes right after that, I don't think it's a coincidence by any stretch of the imagination. Now, what happened with Coinbase in September? Let's go back to September, okay? You're seeing right now Uncle Brian say positive stuff about Ripple. Activity, meaning they could be getting ready to relist it or have those discussions, okay? Go back to September. What happened in September with Ripple and Coinbase? Does anybody remember? They accidentally relisted the XRP trading pairs. Almost like around that time, they knew it was supposed to be over. It is not over yet. Still, there is paperwork being done on the back end for this. As I always tell you, the T's are being crossed and the I's are being dotted. That is a significant part of what's going on behind the scenes. But there was something else that happened behind the scenes that I'm not at liberty to talk about at this point. But maybe down the road, I can give you guys a little more insight into that. It's a little too fresh right now. But this was supposed to be over already. I'm telling you guys, there's no way this drags on into next year. By the end of November, this will definitely be done. I don't see any way possible. Maybe it could go, I guess, maybe to the middle of December as we are looking at Bitcoin peaking out around that time. It could actually be the last catalyst for Bitcoin to rise before it hits a top. And it kind of makes sense if you think about it. Because if this news came out, let's say the 1st of December as Bitcoin is topping out, that would push Bitcoin to a high, maybe $105,000, $110,000. Then on that news, people are like, oh gosh, I need to get as much Ripple as possible. They start pulling money out of Bitcoin and putting it at XRP. It'll be the number one coin people are investing in at that time. It'll be easy to do. It'll be back on Coinbase. Then what happens? The price of Bitcoin drops, but people aren't worried about it because they're all into XRP and it is going to rise through the roof throughout the next 4 to 6 weeks. After that, meanwhile, Bitcoin will be bleeding off and it will never return back to that high until the next cycle. It will.
Again, we're waiting for external events to take place, guys, like this, the conclusion of the SEC case, right? It does seem like we are near, nonetheless. Now, guys, there's the form part of XRP in the XRP community. Now, this is called quite interesting from Mr. Poole. Look at this. He did post this. Well, but what does it mean, right? If we go to the next tweet, here's the decode right here from J9 Dalton. As the lights go out and the world falls asleep, you'll gaze towards the night sky, and at a glance, you'll see a newer beginning. The sun shining through, the old world will fade and promptly disappear as new powers emerge and become visible to all. As pyramids implode into dusty red smoke walls, it will be all but too late to change it. But you've been waiting and wanting it though, so don't be surprised. The world will finish transitioning soon, and when we come out, you'll see it all, and yet not many, only a few will stay here to do so. If you have listened, if you have looked, the answers you have been seeking will all come to you. The past holds a sequence, a cycle of sorts. If you look deeper, you'll see it all through. But hurry as the clock strikes 2 o'clock, because when they hit the 11th hour of week 44 and transition will be over, the cycle 22 will begin. Where will you be to witness it all? Look at that. So, very interesting decode as it seems, guys, right? If we go to the next view, which connects to riddles, new Mr. Poole, we can see this connects to, again, seems like double meanings, guys. Color hex, yellow, color code. Look at that. So, if we go down here, but what does it mean once again, right? Code yellow, appending, alerting the staff and need to prepare for a pending emergency or external disaster. Again, guys, the connections are being made. Perhaps it does seem like we are very close. XP Phoenix Suido week 44 is November 1st, as you guys can see. So, again, what's November 1st? Phase 3. So, guys, wow. A lot of connections are being made. As you guys can see, Phase 3 begins November 1st. October 31st, 2020 is a blue moon. The events which are about to occur only occur once in the blue moon. Again, wow, this is actually mind-boggling, isn't it, guys? Belchester pseudo. Remember, if things do not make sense sometimes, convert all letters to numbers. You guys can see how it all adds up to 28. 1028 is known for dedication of the Statue of Liberty to New York, which is symbology for their illumination into the New Age or Golden Age. Again, interesting, guys. Look at that. It does seem like we're about to enter it, huh? It's on a Thursday, which is Storm Day. Storm is known for war. Again, look at this, which this day contains a lot of. It's the 301st day of the year with 64 remaining, 1331. Crazy stuff, guys. Again, a lot of connections are. It does seem like, though, there are double meanings, and then there will be, by the looks of it, events taking place sooner than later. Next week comes from Alter Vigo. Now, you guys can see the coral snake, all of this, right? Do you understand? You guys remember this tweet from Mr. Poole? If you go down here, which a lot of connections are being made, look at that. The same snake, right? Or by the looks of it. If you go here as well. Now, the Night Ripple is standing on a dead snake. The Ouroboros is defeated and is not longer biting its own tail. The colors also respond to Belgium EU Swift. Again, guys, look at that. So Swift does seem to be coming into play again. Broken or split power from old to new. Very interesting. GVO Collectivist video. Once again, XRP jumps and then almost like clockwork, Bitcoin tanks, just straight up plummets a few minutes after. Now, guys, could be a very good sign, right? If we go to the next video, we cannot make this up. This is how we know from Cryptomaniac, it's the RVST. Ripple Value Suppression Team hard at work again. Look at this, guys. We pumped all the way to $1.16 right after we dumped. And then we dumped even further. So, guys, this is the proof. They are literally suppressing XRP's price. The one is pseudo. I'll not even consider selling my XRP until 4 digits again. What about you? I'm waiting for the utility and the implementation, right? And the use cases to go live. The Breath of Joe Social pseudo, get it? Because XRP will be G-Easy. There you go. The final tip for today's pseudo comes from Bubblecook's TikTok. Again, look at that. Old guard to the new when we come out. So these things do seem to be happening, guys, as pyramids implode into dusty red smoke walls. Again, we probably should read this a few times, shouldn't we? So, but you guys can go ahead and pause and read all of this again if you wish to. Again, guys, it does seem like we are close, but we have to wait for the events to take place first, right? It does seem like that's how it's going to go. But anyways, guys, so if you guys enjoyed today's video, if you guys would please leave a like, subscribe, and for the channel. So guys, this video, hope you guys are having an amazing day. And guys, see ya.
But this is the eye of the motherfucking storm, the perfect storm. It ain't never gonna get any better. Never. This is perfect for the QLA model. If I could have written a prescription or a formula, I couldn't have written it any better. Low interest rates, money's free, you stupid. Massive chaos. And Donald's gonna rip the mother economy apart. And he's gonna for practice in a good way. This is it. It ain't never gonna get anything better. This is like a multiple orgasm the rest of your life, you fucking slags that are in the audience. This is it.
Sometimes I don't want to hear what Dan has to tell me. But as I wrote in one of my blogs, the old man, he's always right. Because he's telling you what you don't want to hear about yourself, but what you know is true. And that is, you're not stepping yourself up. You're not stepping your game up. And you get caught up in fear. As Dan says, false expectations appearing real.